What is good, everybody? What's up, patrons? Welcome to your exclusive video on today, your exclusive topic. Um, just want to take this time out to welcome you all to my Patreon. Check out my other videos and um, all of my other content on here. I'm really appreciative of you guys, of all your support, your love for my Patreon, for my YouTube channel, for my um, um, tarot reading business, all everything. I'm just really appreciative for all of your support, you all. Um, so, yeah, with all of that being said, your exclusive topic for today is going to be about your first date with your future spouse. So, we're going to see how that's going to go, certain things that may happen, or maybe even conversations that may come up. I haven't recorded any other groups just yet, so we'll see whatever comes up for you guys. So, yeah, thank you guys for supporting. Don't forget to like the video, um, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't yet already. And comment below as well to let me know how the reading resonated with you. I would love to get some feedback on that, or just whatever you wanted to say. But yeah, we have three groups here. So group number one here with 11 and 11, group number two with 222, and then group number three with 777. So again, group number one, group number two, group number three. You can pause the video if you need more time to select your group, or you can go to like a random number generator and you can allow that to choose for you. But make sure you're choosing with your intuition, so that way you're choosing the group that will resonate with you the best, okay? So when you're ready to go to your group, check out the description box below, and the timestamps will be there. So yeah, group one, group two, group three. I will see you all at your designated reading. Peace out. What is good, group number one? For those of you who are drawn to 1111 here, this is going to be your reading on today, about your first date with your future spouse. All right, let's go ahead and hop in. So I'm seeing this happen like at night. Um, I know that's kind of more of a traditional thing, I guess, to go on dates at nighttime. I mean, they have daytime dates as well. I'm pretty sure that's going to pop up in somebody's reading, but I feel like for your group, excuse me, this is going to be at night. Your first date is going to be at nighttime. Um, I'm seeing like a food menu, but but me being the cheap person that I am, my I'm automatically drawn to the prices on this menu, and the prices are quite expensive. So this could be your first date with your future spouse could be at a quite an expensive restaurant. I'm not necessarily seeing anything like formal. It doesn't feel formal. It feels just, I don't know, it just feels like an expensive restaurant, but you still dress up nice, but it's not like a requirement to dress up nice, if that kind of makes sense. So this could be like a steakhouse for somebody here. A steakhouse, or or an Italian restaurant. Yeah, I am seeing some expensive food items here. So, what can you tell us? Oops, sorry. Had a car fall on the floor, but I put it back. So, what can you tell us, Spirit, about group number one's first date with their future spouse? Group number one's first date. Ooh. Okay. So you got the Prince of Cups, which is the Knight of Cups, and then the Seven of Wands. So your future spouse is quite the romantic. With both of these paired together, your future spouse it's been planned. Like this date has been planned, and it's been quite strategic. Um, I feel like your future spouse may have spent a little bit of time definitely talking with you first on like what type of food you like, and then they took the time out to, yeah, four of this. So yeah, they took the time out to go and research different restaurants and seeing, what you may like. um I don't necessarily see them like telling you where you're going to go. It feels more like a surprise of where you're going to go. Because again, this person is very romantic. When it comes to dates and taking you out, they're very much, they very much like to surprise you. They don't like to, it's not that they don't like to, but they prefer to surprise you. They don't want to tell you, where you're going to go. I can even see some of you, like this person may like, not in a creepy way or anything, but this person may like blindfold you and, drive you towards your destination. But again, not in a creepy way. Um, but it's more of a romantic gesture. Like I can see them like holding your hand throughout the whole ride, opening your door for you. I just heard gentleman, so this person could be the perfect gentleman, um, or they don't necessarily have to be a man to be considered a gentleman. If this is like a same sex thing, I feel like the more masculine in the connection, it's definitely. Uh, it's definitely that traditional masculine, if that makes sense. So definitely your first date is your future spouse taking you somewhere very romantic. The menu is very pricey. With the cups being here, I see like a glass of wine. Or for somebody, I just got like a bar. They might take you to like a bar or somewhere where they have a full bar. But I definitely see drinks going around. You may enjoy you a glass or two of something. Your future spouse may enjoy them a glass or two of something, um, which wine, compare very perfectly with like steak. Because I think I mentioned like a steakhouse. So this could definitely be like a steakhouse somewhere, or even like Italian food. Excuse me. Yeah, Italian food could definitely compare very well with wine as well. Seeing like a red wine, or if you're eating like Italian food, like some pasta or something, I can see like white wine. I just heard Chardonnay. Um, Maybe somebody's favorite drink is Chardonnay, or what's the other one called? Moscato. Um, but yeah, I definitely see some drinks here. But if you're not a drinker, then that doesn't pertain to you. But I am definitely seeing like a very like, it doesn't feel like it doesn't seem very loud. It doesn't seem like there's like a crowded space. It feels very like an intimate space. I can see them like getting you both like a booth somewhere, like somewhere a little bit private or off to the side. If your future spouse, if they have a little bit of extra money, they may even get you both like a private room. Um, but this is definitely a romantic here. So, what else can you tell us about this first date? First date, first date. Okay, so this Eight of Cups has been wanting to come out. It's been at the bottom of the deck for a good minute. So they've been wanting to come out. So again, this is like nighttime energy here. For some of you, um, your first date could be going on a walk instead. So maybe, um, for some of you, this could be like, um, eating, then going for a walk, or going for a walk, then going out to eat, or just going for a walk. But if again, you got stars right here, it looks like nighttime. I usually associate the cups with nighttime because I see like the moon and like the moon, um, uh, glowing over like an ocean. So some of you, you may go for a walk, and along this walk could be like on a beach somewhere, or like close to like a body of water of some sort, a river, lake, pond. Um, but definitely, I see you guys going for a walk, and I see you guys talking and having a good conversation. You got the three of disc here. Yeah, you guys are gonna be like bouncing a lot of ideas off of one another. Hmm. Bouncing ideas. What does that mean, Spirit? So some of you, you may meet your person through work, and some of you, like this could be like a business partner turned romantic kind of thing, if that makes sense. Um, hmm. Yeah, Spirit says move on. They don't want me to spend too much time on this because I feel like whoever your future spouse is meant to be a surprise into who this person is to you. So yeah, definitely going for a walk at night. Um, I don't see this being because some of you may be thinking about like safety, and absolutely, safety is a big thing. But I feel like when it comes to this first date with you and your future spouse, I feel like everything is lined up perfectly. Like I'm hearing right place at the right time. So it's like you're not gonna be in like a wrong place at the wrong time. You're gonna be at the right place at the right time. So I feel like, you're not gonna come across any like danger or any safety issues or anything like that. So I am picking that up with somebody here worried about their safety, because we do live in a very crazy world. So I don't feel like that's gonna be an issue here. So definitely going for a walk, talking. Um, um, it feels like a very emotional conversation here with these cups popping up. So, wow, you got the Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck here. So, yeah, Two of Cups also talks about communication as well. So, there's going to be a lot of talking on this first date, but not like pointless conversations. This feels like very effective and very healthy conversation here. This feels like you both being able to and being comfortable enough to be vulnerable with one another. I see you both having very vulnerable conversations with one another's, talking to each other about like certain experiences that you've had in life, or even telling your future spouse things that you've never told other people. I see somebody like revealing like a secret of theirs, or telling like the other person like, oh, I've never told anybody this before, or um, um, like seeing whether yeah, I just feel like there's just gonna be a lot of deep conversation here, especially as you're walking. So this could even be like just walking to your cars, or maybe if you decide to go on a date and like maybe the restaurant is like, what are those areas called? Like an outlet where there are like multiple like restaurants or stores and things like that. Not a mall, but more of like an outlet area. Um, so maybe you're walking around the outlet looking at different stores or window shopping or something like that. But I am seeing a very intimate setting though. So as far as like if you're eating out to eat. So what else can you tell us about this first date? First date. Oh wow, hold on before I shuffle these. So you got Don Juan and Poet. Definitely the romantic here. Definitely the romantic. It says spotlights your positive, seductive qualities. So some of you, there may be dancing, um, going on. Some of you may decide to go on a date, going to dance somewhere, or somewhere where they have like really good music, and there may be a little dance floor for people to go and dance. It may not necessarily be like a dance club or anything like that, because I don't see like a club or anything like that, but definitely can see some dancing going on. And then you got a poet here as well. So expresses soul, insight, and symbolic language. So again, more talking, more words, and very poetic and romantic with their words. Your future spouse is definitely going to be complimenting you a lot that night as well. A lot of compliments coming from this person. What else can you tell us about their first date with their future spouse? Group one's first date with their future spouse. Group one's first date. Group one's first date. Okay. Okay. So you have student here, humility and devotion to knowledge, openness, and lifelong learning. I wanted to use these cards more so for the imagery. So with the tree being here, so you guys may take a walk at like a park. I don't know why I keep on picking up walk. For some of you, um, you may be a little turned off when it comes to walking, but I definitely see like walking here. But I feel like it's not going to be a problem. Like if your future spouse was to be like, "Would you like to go on a walk tonight?" I feel like you wouldn't say no. You would be more than okay, even if you're not, if you don't walk usually or run usually, or if you're not that physically active. I feel like this night you're going to be really feeling it. I feel like the um, um, I was gonna say adrenaline, not adrenaline, but the brain chemicals in your brain are kind of giving you this extra boost of energy, this almost like curiosity to, go out and have more fun. Because I feel like this first date with your future spouse, this may have been your first date in a really long time, or even like your first date with somebody who you actually vibe with. So yeah, I definitely see you guys going for a nice walk. Um, some of you may decide to sit under a tree somewhere. Some of you, somebody likes to read as well. Somebody really likes to read. So if both of you may like to read, so part of this conversation could be like, what's your favorite book or what do you like to read? Somebody may have like a controversial opinion about a certain author or a controversial opinion about somebody, and that causes like a very, not necessarily heated, because it's not like an anger thing, but some type of conversation with this person. I guess you would use heated or very passionate conversation about sticking up for your favorite author. So somebody may have like a controversial opinion about something, and that's going to cause a big conversation there. Not an argument. I don't want y'all to get that type of idea. Not an argument, but it's like a, really, you think that way? More of in like a teasing type of way, but nothing like serious or no anger or animosity or anything like that. But very like playful energy here. You have rescuer, provide strength and support to others in crisis, acts out of love with no expectation of reward. Yeah, your future spouse is such a romantic, and it's like, even if like the food is super expensive, they don't care. They don't give a shit. They want to take you. They promise you a good time, so they're going to have a good time. So I feel like your future spouse here is definitely going to, pay for everything. If you guys decide to go, anywhere else after dinner, then they're definitely going to pay for that. If you need a, um, you know, um, I don't know if you need a Uber ride somewhere, they'll pay for the Uber. Like whatever it is that you're needing on this first date, they're going to provide this for you. This person's love language is acts of service. They like to gift give. They may show up with like a bouquet of flowers. They may show up with some type of gift. I'm seeing jewelry. They may show up with like a necklace or a bracelet or something. But this person definitely goes all out when it comes to dating and the people that they really love. Um, yeah, and they do these things with no expectation in return. They don't give you a gift so they can get something back. They give you a gift because that's just the type of person that they are. I'm seeing that some of them come from a culture or a religion where like showing up with a gift is a sign of respect. I'm seeing like Islam. So your person could be like Muslim or from like an Asian country. They could be like Buddhist or something like that. But I am definitely seeing they come from, or they were taught or raised to, certain things were seen as respectful. So they want to show their respect, and they're going to show their respect in their own type of way. Virgin. So there's no sex this night. There's no sex this first date. Um, some of you may really, really want to, because I feel like the passion and the connection is going to be off the charts. But um, you're going to save your first sexual encounter for another time. Honestly, like it could be the second date. For those of you like who aren't like celibate or anything like that, but for those of you who just like to wait a little while, dating the person, getting to know them before you hop into bed with them, I feel like your first date is definitely, you're not gonna want to hop in bed with this person just yet. I'm actually gonna do my next reading on my Patreon. Is your first sexual encounter with your future spouse? So that's gonna be the next one, or I might actually put that on my YouTube channel. I don't know yet, but with virgin energy here, so it says maintaining symbolic purity of heart and spirit. Yeah, so somebody has like a certain boundary that they have, that they don't have sex on their first date. This could be you or them, but whoever this is, somebody definitely has told themselves like, I will not hop into bed on the first date. This has happened a lot of times, and each time, the relationships don't go the way that I would want them to, or plan for them to. So yeah, definitely somebody is, either doesn't have sex on the first date, or somebody's celibate, or somebody's a virgin. I'm not really picking up actual virgin, but definitely somebody's either celibate or um, just doesn't have sex on the first date. So what else can you tell us about this first date? Spirit, what else can you tell us about this first date? What can you tell us about this first date? Wow, y'all, I can't make this up. What can you tell us about this first date? Can I get maybe you one or two more? Nice, thanks. Okay. So you have the snake here. It says competition, enemy, clever, malicious, look over your shoulder, the other woman. Um, I'm not really picking up like any negative energies from this. I'm more so specifically drawn to the word clever here. So your future spouse, again, they definitely planned this out. They planned this to the T. They don't do things halfway. If they said they're going to show you a good time, they're going to show you a good time. So the first card here you have is passion. So insane chemistry. I was literally just telling y'all this. Like each other equally, having fun. So the passion is going to be off the charts. And I feel like, because it feels like hanging out with them feels like you've known them your whole life, which makes sense because this is definitely a soulmate connection here. But insane chemistry here and having fun. So this is gonna be a very fun night. I see a lot of laughing, a lot of joking around with one another, a lot of teasing one another as well. Not in like a malicious way, but just in like a teasing them because you really like them type of way. So I feel like that may be part of the like dynamic that you guys have throughout your relationship with one another. Always teasing one another or talking shit about one another. Again, not in a negative way, but in more of a just a lovey-dovey type of way. So a lot of chemistry, a lot of passion, a lot of heat. I feel like, after this first, even during this first date, I feel like you may like find certain or subtle ways of like touching one another, or somebody may like to put their hands around your shoulder, or um, they may want to hold your hand while walking. I don't know, but I feel like there's going to be some type of touching, not in a sexual way, but in like a passionate way. Then you have love. Ooh, yeah, this is gonna be a great first date, a very good first date. You have love here, unconditional love, self love, oneness, passion. Again, more passion, affection, attraction, a lot of touching. So I can definitely see them wanting to hold your hand, or wanting to put like their arms around your shoulder or around your waist. You guys may hug one another a lot. I can definitely see you guys. Oh wow, you have kisses here. So I was just about to say you guys kissing one another, or having small little, pecks on the cheek or something like that. But again, another affection, and it says giving and receiving, falling in love. So this first date, you're going to be falling in love with one another. This is going to feel like a connection that you've never ever ever experienced before in your life. The passion is going to be off the charts. It's like you're gonna be very caught up in this first date, this connection, um, and really taking the time to really get to know one another and understanding one another. It says stability, security, permanence, growth, endurance, flexibility. It's like from this first date, the seeds like grow like two times in size. So it's like whatever seeds that you both are planting regarding this conversation. I mean this relationship that you have with one another. Um, it's like you plant the seeds by like, I don't know. It's like you plant the seeds, and then like throughout the date, um, it just grows and grows. You know how some relationships it takes a really long time. A plant, you think of a plant, a seed takes a really long time to grow. But I feel like for this group, like during this first date, the seed is going to grow in size like really really fast and really quick. So it's almost going to be like stuck like glue. Like you both are like you can't get enough of one another when it comes to this first date. Um, but yeah, group number one, these are all the messages that I'm seeing for y'all. So let me know how this reading resonates with you in the comment section. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any other readings that I post. Um, but yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning into this exclusive Patreon reading. Um, if you'd like to book your own personal private reading with me, you can head over to my website at rebootofthesoul.com and purchase your reading there. But yeah, group number one, y'all stay well, stay blessed, and I'll see you all in my next reading. Peace out. What is good, group number two? For those of you who are drawn to 222 here, this is going to be your reading today on your first date with your future spouse. So let's go ahead and hop into it, Spirit. I see your first date being something very fun and adventurous. It doesn't feel like, I mean, it could very well be, going out on a dinner somewhere, but I don't know. I'm seeing like a carnival or like a festival or a fair. It feels like a lot of other people around. Hmm. Yeah, it feels like a lot of other people around. Not bothering you, but like but at like a festival, there's gonna be other people around. Um but yeah, I am seeing like a couple walking, and like somebody's holding like a teddy bear that the other person won for them. Um, Somebody has a soda in their hand. Hmm. Yeah, some of you, your first date may be at like a carnival, fair, circus, um, some type of like outside event. That's for some of you. And for others of you, if yeah, Ace of Wands, yeah, this feels like a event. It feels like action, like something's being done and not just sitting around. If that kind of makes sense, it probably didn't, but hey, it made sense to me. But I definitely see like you're outside and you're having fun. So if this is like if they're taking you out to like a dinner date, this could be like a place or like a restaurant where they have like um I don't know how to explain it because I feel like there's a certain name for these type of restaurants. So I live in San Antonio, Texas, and there's a restaurant here called Chicken and Pickle, and it's like regular restaurant, but they also have um, like areas outside, or you can like reserve a certain area outside where they have like what are those things called, like a bean bag toss. They have certain games or activities that you can do out there, like while you're eating, um, something like that. If that kind of makes sense for this group. If that's not your type of date, then you might want to select a different group. But I feel like for this group, your date night is going to be something very like active. So what else can you tell us about this first date? First date, spirit. First date. Group two's first date with their future spouse. Yeah, this definitely feels very active, but it feels very fun. I feel like the the high energy of the place that you're in really creates this very precious memory of this first date. So it's going to be something that you both really remember. So, not to say that, because group number one, theirs are more of a sit down restaurant type of thing. But I feel like with your group, again, it feels like something active. Now I'm seeing like what are those things called? A Ferris wheel. Something like a Ferris wheel, but it feels very memorable. I feel like dates where they take you out to different places, or to some sort of activity, um, or something that's very active. I feel like those dates are a lot more memorable because I feel like it's a lot more fun, at least in my opinion. That would I definitely would love this to be my first date, something that's actually fun, and we get to go and try different things, maybe Six Flags, or I don't know, somebody's first date could be at Disney World or something. I don't know. Look, as long as you're paying for the tickets, I don't care. Let's go do something. Um, wow, Prince of Wands, a lot of wand energy here. So this is your first date is going to be something that's going to be very active with this Prince of Wands, which is the Knight of Wands. Um, it feels very high energy. It feels like, there's not a dull moment here. There's not a moment in this entire time with when you're with one another that you don't know what to talk about, or that, things feel awkward. I don't see that with this group. I see you both having so much fun and really enjoying one another's company. Um, I see you guys having really good, fun conversations. It feels like hanging out with your best friend. Yeah, this is definitely a very close knitted connection here. I feel like, because I haven't even done group three, but I feel like out of all three groups here, your bond and your connection with your future spouse feels the closest. Not to say that the others are not close, but I feel like yours is the closest because it feels very close to the heart. It feels very. It's like meeting one another because this definitely a soulmate connection. If some of you, this could be your twin flame, um, but the bond and connection that you both have feels like you've been best friends your entire life, even though you just met 2 days ago. So it's like um, what is the phrase, like catching up for lost time or something like that. I don't know, but I feel like this first date, you both are having so much like fun with one another. I don't know. it's just a lot of fun, a lot of activities being done. Your first date here feels very, just like I say, I know I keep saying like high energy, but it definitely feels very high energy here. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if your first date ends off in the bed. Now, if that's not your blow, then that doesn't resonate for you. Definitely set that boundary. Um, but I do feel like for some of you, it may end up in like a nightcap. Um, and again, that's not for everybody. Some of you, you don't usually have sex on the first date, but for others of you, if that's something that you're not opposed to, I can definitely see this being that type of thing, but not one of those things where it's like a one night stand or they only wanted to take you out just to get in your pants. Like, no, not that at all. Like, I can see like if that is the case, like waking up the next morning and you both deciding to go get brunch or go get some breakfast somewhere, or maybe somebody cooks breakfast for you. I can see that here as well. Um, but yeah, I like this. I like this for you. Princess of Disc. So this is the page of Disc here. So this first date here, I feel like you both are going to almost like collaborate on what you want to do. So I see like leading up to this date night, you both like texting one another. I feel like after the first time you meet, there's gonna be a lot of communication between the both of you. So there's gonna be a lot of texting, even calling one another on the phone, um, and I can see you both like part of one of those conversations is, so where do you want to go tonight or where do you want to go tomorrow? There's this festival in town. Would you like to go to this festival, or what time you want to? Would you like me to pick you up, or would you like me to meet you there? Like, what would you like to do? So I see a lot of like strategizing or planning with one another on what you want to do. So I feel like the both of you get your type of like ideal date because you both get to like put in your own input on what you think would be a good first date. Yeah, this is definitely my group here. I definitely would love for this to happen for me. Like a fun date night. Plus, we get to communicate, a good communicator. Like, that's ideal for me. So let's get a little bit more here into this first date. Just a little bit more detail into this first date. So I definitely see this starting off. It feels like it's going to be daylight outside. It's like daylight turning into nighttime. So this could happen like around, um, like in the evening time, maybe closer to, I'm thinking 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 4 o'clock p.m. It's like, yeah, it's like starting off in the daytime, and then like a couple hours after that, it starts to get dark outside. So I can definitely see this, starting off when it's light, and then the sun starts to set. So this could happen. So you guys may decide to go out like right before sunset, like that time of the day. So I'm seeing the orange here, and orange reminds me of like a sunset. So what else can you tell us about this first date? So you got athlete. Yeah, I was just telling y'all about like it feels very active, and athletes are very active. So it says dedication to transcending physical limits, including handicaps, development of personal willpower, and strength of spirit. So I feel like with this first date, one thing I'm picking up, your future spouse may be an athlete, or they may have like athletic body, or somebody may have like an athletic body. Maybe somebody likes to go to the gym, somebody likes to work out. Um, yeah, somebody has a really nice body here. Doesn't necessarily have to be skinny or abs or anything like that. But if this is like a man, they have really nice arms and legs. Um, Even if they don't have like a six pack or anything like that, or if they're not super skinny or anything like that, they can be like, what is the term, like huscular or husky. And if this is a woman, I see really nice arms again, really nice arms, um, a nice chest area as well, firm, like firm breast, um, a nice size. I feel like both male and female, they have a nice behind on them. I don't know why these like physical traits are coming up for this group, but yeah, somebody has a really nice body, a really nice body. But this first date, I feel like, again, it's gonna be a lot of, not a lot, but there's gonna be like some activities going on, um, being very active with one another, a lot of fun. I'm seeing somebody. What are those things where you like shoot the basketball? What are those machines? I forgot what it's called, but um, where it's like you shoot the basketball and get points and whatever. I don't know what those type of machines or those games are called. The ones you see at like arcades and stuff. So I don't know if somebody may go to like an arcade or some of you may be hearing this and thinking this is childish, but not at all. It's definitely an adult date, but not your traditional adult date. This feels very like spontaneous and like a lot of high energy. I keep on saying high, so some of you may smoke before you guys go out. Um, I just heard edible, so somebody may take edibles on this date, or both of you may decide to take edibles and then go out somewhere. Um, yeah, but I feel like this first date here feels very, very memorable. Like this is something that you'll be talking to other people about a lot. So you have Prince, romantic charm and potential for power. And it's funny you got Prince and then Prince here and Princess. So this is your future spouse has a lot of potential. I feel like this relationship in general has a lot of potential to grow into something very great, something very big. If I'm not mistaken, yeah. So at the bottom of the deck of your tarot was the Emperor. So the Emperor is basically like the big head honcho of the tarot deck. He's the leader of it all. He's even higher than the kings. So it's like this relationship has the potential to grow to really higher heights and be something very great. I feel like you both can even come together and create things together, whether it's babies, whether it's a creative project, or maybe even some of you may start a business with your partner. Um, but yeah, first date wise, your future spouse is gonna bring you flowers, or somebody's bringing flowers. Um, and it's funny that he has the flowers behind his back, like he's trying to hide it, like it's a surprise. So I definitely feel like with this first date here, there are going to be a lot of surprises. I feel like your future spouse may surprise you with certain gifts, or they may surprise you taking you to a certain place. You know, maybe you both plan to just go to um, this outside event, but maybe they surprised you with taking you to your favorite dessert place or favorite ice cream place, or I heard hole in the wall, so they may take you to like like um, this place that's like considered like a hole in the wall. Not necessarily food, but it can be one of those things. I don't know how to explain it. It's like on the outside, the building may look like it's nothing, but then you go inside the building and it's like this really cool setup that they may have. I don't know. Um, but I feel like it's going to be a lot here. but very, very good. A very fun date. I'm not gonna lie to you. This feels like a very fun date. This feels like, again, this feels like my like my ideal date. Can I get one more of these? So this person's gonna be very romantic. Your future spouse is definitely going to. I feel like they're definitely going to pay for everything. Hmm. With this Prince energy here as well, somebody in this connection has the potential to be very rich because it says here potential for power. So somebody has the potential to be very, very rich, to be very abundant, to be very successful, very especially very successful in like their career. So they may somebody works really hard towards their career. They have a somebody has a very um, specific goal that they're wanting to reach regarding their career and finances. Um, they definitely see themselves. Somebody wants to be a millionaire, and they're actively working towards being that. Somebody may have their own business here as well. So somebody's definitely working hard on their career, whether it's you or them. But I feel like there's a lot of potential in this group, a lot of potential, both relationship wise and also personal. I get one more. I get one more. I heard sip and paint, so somebody may go to, if your spouse may want to go to like a sip and paint. If you don't know what those are, um, it's like going to one of those art classes and you're like painting somebody or something, but while you're painting, you get to, sip on some alcohol. So it's kind of like painting, but drunk, if that makes sense. They're very fun, but again, another fun activity. So this doesn't feel like your cliche, like just going out to dinner type of date. This feels like your future spouse wants to take you somewhere, somewhere special, somewhere fun, somewhere where it creates a lot of memories for you. So you have addict here, so it helps you recognize and confront addictive behavior. So this first date, hmm, okay. So this first date here, could I'm trying to look for the word. I'm trying to get the word. What's the word I'm looking for, Spirit? Oh, okay, okay, okay. So this first date is going to really cause the both of you to I don't want to use the word obsessed, but it's going like it's really giving like I had such a good time. Now I want to hang out all the time, type of thing. Um, but not in like a codependent type of way, but definitely in a this was very fun. Let's do this again. So I see you both like planning to meet up again. So this feels like you guys going on your second date like very, very soon after this first one. Like I would even say like the next day for some of you. Like I mentioned before, for some of you, like you may end up, going to bed with this person on the first date, um, and you both may decide to go do something else the next morning or the next day. And for others of you, if that's not the case with going to bed, I definitely see you still like planning to meet up or hang out the next day or a couple days later. But it's with this addict, it's almost like you both have such a strong gravitational pull to one another, and it feels almost like an addiction to one another. But again, not in a codependent type of way, but more so in a very passionate way. You both feel very passionate about one another. So I want to end off with a couple of these cards here to give me a little bit more on this first date. Are there any additional messages regarding this first date, Spirit? This first date with group two and their future spouse. Group two and their future spouse. Let's see. So stabbed in the back, heartbreak, pain, separation, deception, shocking attack. So I feel like, again, like the energy is going to be so high on this first date, like separating from one another is going to feel like agony almost. Again, it's almost like you both are almost addicted to one another after this first date, and like separating from one another is going to be um, it's going to be very not very, but it's going to feel like heartbreak. It's going to feel like you're missing out on something, or that you know uh, a hole has been emptied out again. So it's I feel like this first date, I feel like there's just so much passion here. Some of you going into this relationship, you both may you might move in with one another quite quickly. Um, I feel like first date wise, you both may decide to make things exclusive with one another. Um, you know, 'cause dating is dating. It's just getting to know. I feel like the difference between dating and being in an actual relationship is that exclusive part, the exclusive aspect to it. Um, so I feel like with this, it feels like you both wanting to make things official very soon after this first date. Wouldn't be surprised if it's on this first date, like at the end of the night, that you both decide to make things exclusive, or even for some of you, this could be like a couple days later or a couple of weeks later. Um, but I definitely see you both moving forward in this relationship and this connection quite soon or quite fast. You have kisses. Ooh. So you guys are gonna be there's gonna be some kissing going on, some unconditional loving, giving and receiving affection, falling in love. Yeah, the connection is gonna be off the charts in this connection here, off the charts. So I feel like, yeah, I definitely feel like you may like seal the deal almost, or seal the relationship with a kiss, or that may be like a good makeout session during your first date. Somebody's really interested in seeing what the other person's lips feel like or taste like. Somebody has really nice lips, juicy lips. I heard rosy red, pink lips. Um, but yeah, something about somebody's lips is a really turn on for somebody here. Um, yeah, I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory here. It's a lot of kisses, so a lot of kissing. But I feel like with this falling in love, you're gonna fall in love if you just spouse on this first date. You're both gonna fall in love with one another on this first date. A lot of one energy here, a lot of fiery passion energy, a lot of red here. So there's a lot of passion in this group, this connection here. Wow. Wedding rings. Union, wedding, married, soul connection, eternal love, everlasting promise. So this first date with your future spouse is, again, it's going to seal the deal. Like you both are going to just know, like, this is the one. And I feel like from this first date, you're going to, like, the road to marriage is going to be very quick. Like I wouldn't be surprised if um whoever is going to propose in this connection are, I wouldn't be surprised if they propose like a couple of months down the line. Like that's how fast I think this relationship is going to progress. Like it may, um, somebody may propose like, I'm saying 6 months, 7 months, um, less than a year, honestly, from your first date and from making things exclusive with one another. Because I feel like that's just how strong the passion is, and just how much you know that this is the one. It's like there's no second guessing, there's no doubting. You just know that this is the one. So why am I wasting my time? So I definitely feel like wedding bells or these wedding rings. Somebody's gonna propose very soon after it. Interesting. So group number two, these are all the messages that I'm seeing for you all regarding your first date with your future spouse. So let me know how this reading resonates with you in the comment section. Don't forget to like the video. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. Um, yeah, if you'd like to book your own personal private reading with me, you can check out my website at rebootofthesoul.com and you can purchase your reading there. But yeah, group number two, thank you guys so much for being patrons. Thank you so much for subscribing to my Patreon. I hope you enjoyed your reading. Stay well, stay blessed, and I'll see you all in my next reading. Peace out. What is good, group number three? For those of you who are drawn to 777, this is going to be your reading today. Your first date with your future spouse. This is for group number three, spirit. Their first date with their future spouse. What can you tell us about it? Group three. So I feel like this is going to be something very creative. It feels like I don't know, it just feels like a very creative, excuse me, like date idea. So like your future spouse may be like, hey, meet me at this location, and yeah, that's it. Like meet me at this location, and then like you end up going, and they're like, oh, okay. So I'm seeing because there's like this trend on TikTok where they have like two index cards, and then it's like they hold it like there's one idea on one card, another idea on the other card, then they hold it to the other person for them to pick, and it's like they pick the idea, and then they do whatever it is that's on that card. So I see them like doing something similar to that. Maybe you guys have like a, what type of dates are those called? They're like I think it's called like a fishbowl date or something like that. I don't know. I feel like there's an actual term for it. But I definitely see this being a very creative date, a very creative idea. Nothing dull and nothing boring, but something very like spontaneous, having a good time. Somebody's young in this connection, or somebody's young at heart. Um, excuse me. Some of you, this first date could be like at your home or somebody's home. Nothing like sexual, I'm getting, but like they may decide to cook you dinner, or maybe first date, something simple. It doesn't have to be something, because I feel like for many of you, you don't necessarily care for something big or extravagant, or you don't necessarily have to dress up, anything like that. You can do like a nice kickback date or something very chill, something very relaxed. So, maybe you both, decide to do like a movie date where you just put on a movie. Maybe you make a nice little area on the floor where you can kick back. Maybe you ordered food, maybe you ordered some pizza or something like that. Um, yeah, it just feels very, to me, that feels very creative, because it's like, okay, we can go out on this traditional, dinner date or something like that. That's cool. But it's like I would much rather do something much more relaxed, something much more chill. So maybe let's come up with like an indoor date night type of thing, or maybe I have a backyard. Let's put up a white screen and a projector, and let's make that a movie night. But something very simple, but also very creative is what I'm getting for this group. So far all three groups have been very very different date nights. If you're wanting something a little bit more formal, then maybe check out. I think it was group number one. Maybe I really liked group number two's. I also really like this one as well. This is an ideal date for me as well. Just something chill, laid back, simple, nothing super extravagant. I want some good food though. Let's order from a nice food place, or let's cook some good food. But again, something very simple. You got the Six of Cups, Five of Disc, and the Hermit. Yeah, literally, I was just talking about that. The Hermit is about going within. So literally, you're going to be having a date night inside, so within. So, excuse me, y'all. I'm so sorry. Um, so I definitely see like you guys hanging out inside doing something very chill. It could be a movie night. Ooh, board games. Um, some of you may, with the cups being here, you may decide to have like some drinks. Maybe you do like a drinking game with one another. Um, for somebody here as well, I just heard double date, so you may decide to double date with somebody. Maybe with the Six of Cups being here, maybe a friend set you up with somebody, and they decide to do a double date, or maybe your friend and their partner kind of coordinated everything, and they're just like, well, just come over, and you can meet them here. One of those type of things that may be a little awkward, but I see this being a really fun night. Six of Cups. This is somebody who you have a deep soul connection with. Six of Cups is like past life type of energy. So this is definitely somebody who you have a soul connection with. I feel like it's going to be definitely an instant connection here. You're going to want to, with this Five of Discs, you're going to want to take your time to get to know this person. So that's the point of dates, going on dates. I feel like the difference between dating somebody and then being in an actual relationship with them is that exclusive aspect of it. So it's like dating, you don't really have that exclusivity. You can date them and date other people, but when you decide to make this exclusive, then it's exclusive. So I feel like dating one another, you're definitely going to take your time to date, get to know one another. It may be a few dates in before you both decide to make things exclusive. Not to say that the feelings aren't there, because the feelings are definitely there, but it's definitely you're going to really enjoy dating. You're going to enjoy getting to know one another. It's almost like the feeling of not wanting to ruin anything. So I feel like this first date here is going to, because I'm seeing the boats back here, so it's almost like you're setting sail on this journey with one another. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. Let me get me some drink. Okay. So, yeah, with my all that coughing I was doing, I feel like there's gonna be a lot of conversations, a lot of talking with one another. Um, if this is not a like a double date thing, which I don't feel like it's for everybody, I feel like that's literally only for like a select few of you, like a select two or three of you. But I feel like the large majority of you is going to be like a more one-on-one type of thing, getting to know one another, talking. You guys may even like, you may not even be paying attention to the movie, and you may be just so caught up in conversation with one another that you're not really paying much attention to the movie. I feel like it's it's literally like having a sleepover with with your best friend. It's like, you just talk with one another, you hang out, you eat food. I'm seeing junk food. You know, somebody's definitely a foodie here. Somebody loves food. Um, so plenty of food here. I see. Um, I really like this connection because I feel like this is a connection that you've really been waiting for. Um, this is definitely a very deep connection, something where you can be vulnerable with this person. You know, it's okay to be vulnerable with this person. It's okay to open up to this person. And I feel like dating them, you're going to realize that from the start that hey, this person is somebody I can trust. This is somebody who I can really depend on. I can open up and tell them things and talk to them about certain stuff, and they're not gonna run and blab their mouths or gossip to anybody else about it. You know, this is somebody who I can actually like wholeheartedly trust. So I feel like this first date here is really going to be the catalyst for your entire relationship with one another. So a very strong bonded connection here. Um, let's see, anything. Oh, I see. I hear music as well. Well, of course, I got some music going on here, but I'm seeing more so of you vibing with music. So I'm seeing you like maybe you both are like laying in the living room or something like that, or you're laying. I see like laying down somewhere, like side by side, and just vibing to like some music. Maybe you both really bond over music. Maybe you have very similar taste in music, or even vice versa. You may have very different taste in music, and they introduce you to theirs, and you introduce yours to them. So I definitely see like you both have a lot of similarities, but you also have a lot of differences as well. But I feel like um, it's these it's the differences that really causes you to come together the most, um, because you both are equally as interested in what the other person does, or even believe, or what they think. So again, a lot of conversating with one another, a lot of just really getting to know one another, seeing what the other person likes, don't like. Um, yeah, so let's see a little bit more. Let's get a little bit deeper in here. So their first date with their future spouse. Group three's first date with their future spouse. A very magical night. Okay, so this is gonna happen at nighttime. Yeah, definitely the stars here. The moon. So this definitely can happen at night. Group three's first date with their future spouse here. Take it like two more. One more. Thank you. Oh, two more. It's fine. I'll she'll take it. Some of you, this could be, you guys may end up on a car ride with one another, because I was picking up on like a choose your date or choose your activity type of date at the beginning when I was talking about like the cards. So some of you, this could be like a car ride. You guys may drive around to different places with one another. It's another thing I was picking up. So you have warrior here. So strength, skill, discipline, and toughness of will, heroism, stoicism, and self-sacrifice, and conquering the ego. So this first date, I feel this warrior energy feels very much like, okay, because I'm drawn to this part here where it says self sacrifice and conquering the ego. So I see you both being very vulnerable in this first date, being very vulnerable with opening up to one another. But again, feeling comfortable enough to open up to tell the other person certain things or talk to them about certain things. Um, so Six of Cups being here, so I feel like you both may bond over similar childhood experiences. So both of you may talk about certain things that you've gone through in your childhood that kind of led you to where you are right now. Some of you, this is like a same sex connection as well. I'm picking up. So somebody may not have had the best time growing up regarding that. So that could be something that you both talk about, and how that made you feel, and how that made you, the type of person that you are today. Um, I see you both talking about very vulnerable topics, um, topics that may not be the easiest for most people to talk about, but I feel like with the both of you, you're very open hearted. You're very good listeners. The both of you are very good listeners, very good communicators. So I feel like you both are able to have these type of conversations, and it not like ruin the mood type of thing, if that makes sense. So some of you are like, I don't want to ruin the mood by talking about my childhood. But in reality, your future spouse wants to hear about that. Your future spouse wants to know everything about you. Your future spouse is somebody who's very analytical as well. They're very, I feel like they're more so on the practical side of things. So they're very like brain heavy, if that kind of makes sense. So they really like to get to know people, you know, getting to know every layer of the person. Because I feel like you're somebody who you have a lot of layers to you. You don't let all of your emotions or feelings out. You're quite closed off in a way. Um, you don't open up a lot to other people, and when you do open up to people, you only share just a little bit or just enough. So I feel like with your future spouse, you're able to open up and just feel comfortable enough to allow everything out. Whatever it is that's on your heart, you feel comfortable to talk to your future spouse about that. And I feel like they offer really good advice. I feel like the both of you really feed off of each other really, really well here. So you have victim here. So prevents you from letting yourself be victimized or victimizing others. So yeah, somebody has I feel like somebody's childhood wasn't really ideal, or somebody may have been a victim of something, or a victim of certain types of abuse. So I feel like in this first date, you're gonna be vulnerable and open up and talk to your future spouse, and your future spouse talk to you about certain things that may have left you feeling lonely or feeling less than, or whatever the case may be for them or you. So definitely somebody may not have had the best upbringing, and so this is one of the things that you're going to be talking about during this conversation. So vampire makes you aware that someone or something is draining your life force. And athlete, interesting. So vampires kind of give me that nighttime type of energy, because vampires, according to the famous lore, only likes to come out at night. So I definitely feel like this is going to happen at nighttime. Um, I'm seeing them kind of like she's kind of like um, holding a cloak or a blanket or something around her, and she's kind of holding herself. Um, so it may be a little. Your first date may happen like around like fall or winter time, um, or when it may be a little bit like colder outside. Um, I more so wanted these cards to kind of see the images on here. I'm kind of intuitively reading the images here. Um, yeah, somebody's like the older sibling, and they may have had to, because he's kind of like lifting up the world here. So somebody's an older sibling, and they may have had a lot of responsibility put on them at a young age. So somebody grew up faster than they should have. I believe it's called um, uh, what is it? Adultification. There's adultification and then parentification. But basically, both of them are like growing up or taking on like adult responsibilities as a child. So somebody definitely has experienced that growing up. So again, that's another thing that you're talking about. So there's a lot of deep conversation in this first date here. A lot of deep conversation. It's like after this first date, you're gonna know so much about one another. Like it's just gonna be a lot of things that you know about one another. But I feel like you are somebody who enjoy conversations like this. You enjoy deep conversations. You enjoy, getting to know people on that type of level. You don't like surface level shit. You want to, if you're going to get to know somebody, you're going to get to know that person. You're not going to pussyfoot around. You're going to really get to know that individual. So let's get a couple of more details here on this first date here. Yeah, a hand of cards. Definitely, somebody doesn't show all their cards. Somebody, has a lot of layers to them, and it's almost like taking a risk when it comes to being vulnerable and opening yourself up and talking to people about certain things. Because I feel like the risk may come in like, you've done this with people in your past, and then the relationship goes left afterwards, and it's like, damn, I was vulnerable with this person for no reason. But I feel like that, it was definitely a reason for you to be vulnerable with these people. I feel like the universe has just been trying to get you in that energy of being vulnerable, to let you know that it's okay to be vulnerable. It doesn't matter the outcome or what the person does or says. It's all about it's just all about being vulnerable and being willing to open yourself up. So this is like the universe saying to show your hand of cards. It's okay to show your hand of cards. It's okay to show yourself. It's okay to be who you are. What else can you tell us about this connection? I mean, this relationship. Not relationship. Oh my gosh. What can you tell us about this first date? Mirror. So mirroring each other, self-image, relationship reflects our wounds. Introspection. So again, a lot of introspection in this first date. Y'all's voice may be tired the next day after this first date here, because it's gonna be so much talking, um, and so much like really getting to know one another, getting to know the depths and the core of each other, and who you are, and what you both bring to the table, and you both really mirror each other, because I feel like both of you have had very similar experiences, or you both may have very similar values or morals or ethics. And then on the other hand, I feel like you both mirror each other's, like it says here, relationships reflects our wounds. So this, first date may even, depending on certain things that may be talked about, it may trigger certain certain things within one another that may cause like a spiritual awakening for some of you. It may cause like a shift in perspective, a shift um, in energy. I don't know, but there's definitely, after this first date, there's going to be a huge shift. It's almost like this first date is very healing for the both of you, because I feel like you've never had somebody who you feel that you can trust enough to tell certain things to, or talk about certain things, or tell certain secrets to, or whatever the case may be. I feel like both of you just aren't used to opening yourself up too much. So this first date is going to really challenge the both of you to do so. Can I get maybe like two more? Not six more, just two more. Two more cards about this first date. Yeah, lots of transformation with these butterflies here. This relationship is going to evolve beautifully, like beautifully. Because for me, um, communication is key. if you're not a good communicator, if you can't practice active listening, like, and and vice versa, if you can't, speak and talk and open yourself up, then this relationship's not gonna work. At least for me. So I feel like you may be the same way. Like if you can't communicate, at least, I can't do anything for you. So I definitely feel a lot of, again, a lot of communication from this group here. Oh, this was flipped over. I didn't see this. So kisses. This has come out in every group. So what I've gotten with the other groups was like the end of the night, like sealing it with a kiss. So some of you may, again, you may seal this with a kiss, seal the relationship with a kiss. For some of you, this could turn out to be like a whole out, make out session. Um, but I definitely see like a kiss, whether it's like a kiss on the cheek or maybe somebody kisses your hand. Maybe your future spouse is gentlemen like that and they just kiss you on your hand. Um, I don't know, but definitely some kisses going on here. But it says unconditionally loving, giving and receiving affection, falling in love. So this first date is like you're seeing your future spouse in a very brighter light, and you're able to see certain parts or aspects of them that, number one, it mirrors you a lot, and it also, you've never you know, seen that before, or you've never experienced that before. Wow. Wedding rings. I think this came out in group two, I believe. So yeah, this is definitely your future spouse. This is definitely who you're going to marry. And with kisses here, like it says, falling in love, it's going to be like instantly, like first date, you're going to be falling in love with this individual. You're both going to know that this is the one. This is it. Like we're going to have to put a ring on it. This is definitely an ideal date, I feel like, because it really opens your eyes up to show you that true love is possible, and you can have a union with somebody who's actually on the same frequency and level as you are. Wow, I love this connection. I feel like this is going to be a really blessed and really bountiful connection here. So group number 3, these are all the messages that I'm seeing for y'all. So let me know how this reading resonates with you in the comment section. Don't forget to, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. If you'd like to book your own personal private reading with me, you can check out my website at rebootofthesoul.com, and you can purchase your reading there. But yeah, group number 3, y'all stay well, stay blessed, and I will see you all in my next reading. Peace out.